Okay, so the game is an early access open world crafting game with a touch of RPG. The combat is definitely not the main focus on the game, and it's there just to push objective onto you. So if you don't know what to do, you have a few objectives and you know what to do to start the game until you know what to do. Most of the game, at least for me, is spent at home trying to come up with cool and efficient ways to get higher level loot and more loot, like better items like a tree farm, a cook, industrial zone, and a couple more ideas that can be very much useless but fun to see and use. You will find yourself controlling like little workers that you can give commands to using simple logic, like coding logic. You're gonna use those guys to build your village or to build your small base or whatever you want. The end game is basically just you doing whatever the fuck you want. Because killing the last boss is definitely not gonna give you the closure that you're gonna feel, okay, I finished the game. It's just giving you the ability to see more of the game. Alright, onto the graphics. Now, graphics are definitely not the reason you're here. If you looked at this game, you're not here because, oh, the graphic looks amazing. The graphics are fine. I very much love the animated style. The terrain can kinda look bad at times, even though it's animated, but it's not the main focus, and it's an early access, it might change. Animations are very cutesy. The art style can be a little confusing at times. The whole Halloween type biome is very confusing. Overall, the graphics are fine for this stage of the game. So, gameplay. Just like in the intro, most of the game is just you at the base trying to make cool stuff and going outside to get some stuff once in a while. Now when you do go outside, you get into combat quite frequently, and it's not a positive. Combat is very basic Souls-like, so you have an attack, a block, a roll, you have a health bar, a stamina bar, and a place for 3 buffs I'm gonna speak about later on in the video. Now I don't have any special intro of the game, but I think combat was an afterthought. It doesn't add much to the game, just give you some playtime because you have to kill the main bosses in order to unlock the higher level loot. So you're gonna donate some data to increase your like research level. Then after a while, the game is gonna tell you, okay, stop, go kill this boss. It's gonna show you on the map where it is. You're gonna have to kill the boss and then come back to get the higher level stuff. Most enemies you can deal with pretty easy, just run around them. When they hit, just wait a second, then hit them back and keep on doing this until the HP is gone. This just works for most of the enemies besides the last boss. The last boss, just you have to get a lot of arrows and run away from him, and whenever he's coming, just shoot a few arrows on him and keep on running. A few arrows, run, a few arrows, run, and again repeat until he's dead. Now buffs. Buffs are extremely important in the game, and they can give you sometimes between 100 and 200% increase for your health, for your stamina, attack and defense. Also from some region, if I'm not wrong. Not health region, just stamina region. You can get all the buffs from crafting either foods or potions using the cauldron, or obviously food using the cook, the kitchen, the oven, whatever. All the items in the game, buffs included, are gonna be separated into 3 tiers, corresponding to the 3 biomes. So obviously tier 1 is the green forest you start at, tier 2 is I call it a savanna, I don't know what it's called, and the last tier, help me I can't see anything biome, it's tier 3. For performance, I have to say, it's great. Even though I have hundreds of items lying on the floor because I don't have the power to actually make the workers do the correct thing. So I have tons of wood lying on the floor, and wood, and stone and copper and iron, everything just lying on the floor, and the game doesn't take a hit. I left the game running out at night, let the resources pile up, nothing, no freezes, no crashes, anything like that. Great on this part. Okay, for the story, next. Okay, we got to my personal opinion now. This game is a very niche game. A lot of people are going to be like pushed back or afraid by the whole coding aspect of the game. I look at it very differently. I started wanting to code recently, so This game came at the perfect time for me. This is why I'm so like into the game, so much dying to learn. So if you're coming in with the mindset that you want to learn, you can also get like a real life skill that you can use obviously in many high-tech jobs. If you don't have the mentality to learn, you still can experience the game and have fun, but it's going to be at a slower rate and you're not going to experience like the whole game, just a small portion of it. You can definitely see that the game is in early access. There are quite a few stuff that are in need of polish, should I say. Number one is the pathfinding. Your workers just go in a straight line. They don't care about anything. They could be like a wolf right there. They don't care. They just go through there. Mountain, river, they don't care. Just go straight. You have to basically like block them. I'm gonna show you this now. You have to basically like block them to make them go in the very specific route that you want. If they have even one place that they can go to instead, they will go to that place instead. You have to block them completely with walls, so they have to go wherever you want. Sometimes even if you give them, you can give them in the code like pointers. Okay, so when you do this, go that way. So you'd think they would follow your orders, but no, they go the way they want. For example, my problem was with the bridge. So I told them to go to the start of the bridge. What they would do is go cross the river, go on the bridge, go back to the start of the bridge, then go back and into the place I told them, the warehouse. Very stupid place, and I checked, they can actually go there. The moment I block everything, they can just go no problem on the bridge. Second point, building. Placing stuff is very much fun. You can build very creative things. It's very much Minecraft-like. Everything is very blocky. But I think the game lacks variety. I think it's definitely the problem with early access. I think they're gonna add more stuff later on in the game. But so far you only get like wood, stone, and copper building, and they're basically all the same pieces, just different color. So you don't have that much build variety. You have a few flowers, but you can't farm the flowers. You have to go kill a specific enemy that is not very... It's kind of rare to get this enemy, and you get only one star from it, and you get only one flower per enemy if the enemy drop what you want. So need more decorations and more variety in my opinion. The game can definitely benefit from like a blueprint system or like a mass building or laying system. Give me like a bird's eye view so I can like drag stuff and make like okay, this 10 by 10 I want you to lay down like wood, or 10 by 10 I want you to make this flat like this height or whatever. It's gonna save so much time, because when you're gonna play a long time, you see that you're gonna need to build big stuff, because you need a lot of spacing. The pathing is sometimes bad. They go through walls instead. Stuff, the hitboxes for certain stations is kind of weird, so you're gonna want to build big stuff, but then you're gonna need the problem that you have to repeat placing the same tile like, I don't know, 100 times, and 50 out of those 100 times you're gonna misplace. I'm trying to, eventually you're gonna get into the rhythm and you're gonna do this fine, but save me the time, please. I don't need to do this like 100 times, clicking, click, 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 click. And the last point is add some real life coding to the game. I don't mean like actually going and typing like slashes and stuff like that. I mean more templates, like the ones you want. You have the ifs and the if then, if else. You know what I'm talking about. A bit more. My example, my problem with it is I'm trying to build like a warehouse and warehouse workers, and I want them to say, okay, I'm gonna give like a main chest. They're gonna go to the main chest and they're gonna pick up an item. Now they need to read what the item is and put this in the corresponding box. Like they read the string, this is like an apple. There is no apples in the game, I'm just saying. Like there is an apple, go put it in the chest that is named apple, or like in the chest that has apples. But you can't do that. You have to do if for every single item in the game. Then he's holding the apple and he's standing there until he's reaching the apple. So it can be like, he can stand there like 5 minutes. He's reading, okay, this is not a boar skin, this is not a bone, this is not a fang. He's going through every item in the game. When he reaches the apple, oh, then he puts down the apple. It's also taking more time because you have to add everything item into the thing. So it slows them down and every time you're trying to open them, the game is gonna freeze for like a second, and then it's gonna be fixed up and everything is gonna be fine. You can change whatever you want, and that's it. Overall, I very much like the game, and I'll probably jump in from time to time to like build stuff that I thought about in the shower. I can't wait to see where the future gonna lead this game to, and it's a 7.5 for me.